Well, Bridget, something happened yesterday that made me feel like a really bad friend.
Oh, great. What happened?
Well,
I was like, what? Was it my birthday? No.
We were trying. I had 2 different Cabernets I thought you should try.
Yeah.
And I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, man. What the hell?
How did that make you feel? I picked the wrong one that you didn't like. So how did that make you feel? Me, who should know?
Usually you're spot on. So I think your game is off.
So for this episode, I think we need to take a little bit deeper delve into your mind to make sure I know you better and I can be a better friend.
It doesn't look like it's wine, though.
Well, we're just trying to delve into your mind.
Okay, great. This doesn't feel like a way I want to be starting this.
Well, it's time for another episode of Dinner Plus Drinks where we open a drink, or 5 in this case, and talk about all the things friends talk about. You know, drinks and food and kids and all the stuff in life.
Yeah, so we just want you to be a little bit of part of our world. So thank you so much for joining us. And we hope this banter makes you feel like a little bit better about your lives too. We all need to talk it out somehow. So here we go.
Okay, Bridget, so I said that I need to get into your head a little bit more.
Uh-oh.
And
I don't think you want to.
Today for our drinks, I have 5. I dropped these off as samples yesterday.
Okay.
They are canned cocktails, and I know you generally canned cocktails are bullshit.
Well, I say they taste like canned cocktails.
Because I could put some vodka in a thing and some bubbly in a thing. So these are from Green Bar Distillery. I actually legitimately have done no research on this. I want to do this on air. I want to have this journey with you. They are from Green Bar Distillery in
Where's
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, sure, local.
Made by Liddy and Melkin. They are the Green Bar Distillery spirit makers. This font they have on the back is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like,
these are USDA organic. So we have.
Oh, great.
So I just want to know, like, do they have a heart on them? They're in like kind of pastel-y type of colors.
No, you know what I like is that the colors are not totally pastel nor primary.
Yeah, they're that, you know, like.
I like the branding.
So we have
a little retro kind of.
hibiscus spritz or hibiscus, I don't know.
Hibiscus.
A gin and tonic.
Yum.
A spritz ginger.
Okay.
A coastal rum and cola, and a single malt whiskey and soda. So if I had to guess, I would think you'd be interested in the hibiscus one, the city gin and tonic, and the spritz ginger.
Yes, definitely the first 3, not the last 2.
I think Tyler might be interested in the
two.
last 2. Not to be like sexist, but
I've tried.
There's a man-woman divide on this.
And look at what color the cans are. Green and black.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
Actually, I'd say this is more of a slate.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Be a great color on your house.
So I generally think like when rum just like brings me right back to, you know, bonfires in not high school when I was
definitely
not drinking.
Not high school.
But it just like makes me think of Captain Morgan. It makes me want to throw up a little. So I'm predisposed to not like that one.
So let's try this hibiscus thing. I'm just very interested in this.
Don't smell it. I don't know why I smell canned cocktails like it's wine.
Oh my God, this is aggressive.
I was like, was that just me?
It's the like horrible side of hibiscus, like the earthy, like stemmy.
That's what I was going to say.
This is not.
When you put like hibiscus and lavender and all those things that sound like they'll be frilly. Does it taste like what it smells like? I haven't tasted it. Get a cup to dump it in, man. So when you put those things in drinks, you have to, like, it's either so delightful or this.
This is bitter. And like, so we just did a wine podcast that will be coming soon, guys. And we talked about Cabernet Franc, and it could be like stemmy and green and vegetal and gross. This is horrid. Crap. This is horrid.
Okay, but somebody has to like that. So I want to know the kind of palate that likes that.
Some sort of hipster in LA.
I'm rinsing this.
Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call.
I don't want it to ruin my gin and tonic.
All right. So, listeners, what you are finding out is these Green Bar things. Don't get the hibiscus thing.
Also, you know we're honest at least. We're not, like, usually we're like, yeah, this cocktail's good. That one was not my favorite.
Was horrid.
This smells delicious.
So this is the gin and tonic. You love gin and tonics. My guess would be you love this, right? This is like a Bridget thing.
Okay. It's better than the other one. I would, like, put a lime in it.
This is super watered down, I feel like.
I mean, but the canned cocktails.
It also feels like a bad quality of gin.
Yeah, that's what it is the gin actually was like. But the aftertaste isn't like wretched, which usually I feel like with canned cocktails.
That is true. I mean, if you like
if you squeezed a lot of lemon or lime in it.
24 cans sold equals 1 tree planted. So we're 5/24ths of the way to a tree with this.
Great. So the very first bit of that is like, but it gets kind of better on the palate, if you will.
I mean, maybe they got ingredient labels on this.
Yeah, it starts with water.
Water, organic wheat spirits, organic cane sugar. So here's my real question for you,
No, I don't care if my canned cocktails are organic.
Why would you? You're buying a freaking canned cocktail.
People do, I'm sure. Otherwise, why would you bother?
Also,
people in LA care.
So vodka, gin. Okay, so vodka in particular, why do you care if it's organic? You fermented it. It's alcohol. It's fine. You should be using spoiled agricultural goods, spoiled wheat, spoiled potatoes, spoiled whatever. You can make, it still ferments and it sanitizes itself. I don't get it.
I mean,
this is privilege. This is privilege.
This is fine. But my general feeling, if you've been listening, my general feeling with canned cocktails is it's fine, but it tastes like a canned cocktail.
I feel like I'm getting back to being your friend again, where I know.
Well, no, man, you thought I was going to like that.
No, I was it's a gin and tonic. You're not going to be.
That one was not repulsive.
Everybody, we need to make a good canned French 75. Yeah, Bridget's all-time favorite.
There was the one. It's stripes.
Yeah, it's a weird French-looking thing because it's a French. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, what is this?
This is a ginger spritz,
which says bright and spicy, which does not sound like something I want.
Cane neutral spirits infused with spices, fruit, and flowers.
Oh, it tastes like a weird ginger ale. But nothing made either of us go, ooh.
Yeah, it's very watered down.
Oh, my buddy, my neighbor who mows my lawn just texted me. He's a younger high school kid and he's very proper. Sorry to interrupt, but it was very adult.
Did he call you Mrs. Leach?
I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. If he would have called me ma'am, I would have marched my butt over there and been okay, anyway.
It's 95 degrees and humid, so I don't think you would have marched. I think you would have drove.
He lives across the street.
Well, right now you're about 6 miles away.
Oh, yeah, from here, definitely. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Ginger ale, I don't know. This is fine.
It's a not good ginger ale. We got to try the rum and cola.
I don't mind this one.
We got to try the rum and cola.
Oh, God, why do we think it's going to be better?
Maybe they're good. Some people are good at dark spirits. Some people are good at light spirits. So let's
just make the actual cocktail and put it in a water bottle like we did. Before all these canned cocktails were a thing.
In high school, or what are you talking about?
No, definitely after I was 21. When I just did an old lady rant. Okay, Nick just made a face. I don't even want to try this.
Try it.
I
actually want to know this flavor thing.
An old lady rant, which is basically what I did during all of Amuse-Bouche this week.
It tastes like Werther's original caramel.
I love
toffee.
I love Werther's.
It has a toffee thing in it. This
tastes like Christmas to me in a weird way.
It's horrid.
Ugh, I spit mine back in my cup, so I'm probably not gonna. You guys, I feel bad.
Oh my gosh!
I feel bad how mean we're being.
It tastes like Werther's. It literally tastes.
No, it doesn't. Werther's are good.
So at Disney World at Epcot.
Yep, watch out for that.
They have a Werther's candy shop, which is our favorite thing. We always go and get chocolate-covered strawberries and the chocolate-covered pretzels and all the things. It's great. And you get toffee there, and it's delicious because it's all the German kids.
Good.
Yeah, and it tastes like...
No, you just said how delicious Werther's was.
Yeah, but not in a rum and cola.
It doesn't taste like Werther's.
It's got a toffee note. I don't like it. Oof. Okay, now this is a whiskey and soda, single malt. So this has got to be... You would think this is scotch.
This tastes like the whiskey or scotch that I tried to and didn't.
This is fine because...
That is watered down whiskey is what it tastes like.
That's what a whiskey soda is.
Yeah, but whiskey, the weird
this is fine.
Whiskey makes me want to gag. Wow, we're doing great.
We're doing great. So you still don't like canned cocktails because it tastes like canned cocktails.
I still don't like canned cocktails. I don't understand.
Also, what am I going to do with this all the way filled up dump bucket of grossness?
It's filled to the top, which some of it has my regurgitated rum in it.
That's
good choice on the drinks today, Nick.
Hey, I thought one of these would be a winner. So people out there, if you see Green Bar, just
enjoy the beautiful can. Move right on.
People, so I feel for this because I go out and take my family's product, something I put my name on, and some people hate it, and it's hurtful. I get it.
I know, I feel bad.
But also, here's the thing: you put yourself out there, people are going to come for you. We're on the internet. People write us mean tweets sometimes.
Oh, man.
Nick, I don't like the sound of your voice. Well, guess what? I like the sound of my voice.
Well, guess what? I love reading mean tweets. We need to add that in.
Tens of thousands of downloads of the podcast say that people like my voice.
Whoa.
Anyway. So I feel bad for these green bar people that were like, hey, it's not good, but it's not good.
But maybe they're non-canned cocktails, so just their liquor is good.
They have some non-alcohol ones, too.
Maybe those are good.
Yeah, they could be.
But do you think...
I'm not interested in non-alcoholic cocktails.
They're a distillery, so do we think that just their vodka is fine?
Could be. It could be. So I think you have a good point there because... it can be hard to do both things.
Yeah.
But there's two places I'm going to give shout outs for that do these things well.
Okay.
One is Chicago Distilling.
Okay.
They're lovely people that tried to open a distillery in Lake Geneva, and
Lake
you
Geneva's
know how that goes.
Really,
but
not
they have
friendly to new
some really good canned cocktails that I really like. We sell them.
Yep. We've had them on the show.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. And then their gin and tonic I think is really good.
I don't remember.
And then Tattersall.
Yeah.
They have this bootlegger drink that's like a vodka lemonade with other stuff. It's like a Minnesota thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's
it's so good.
It's so good.
I had it as a sample in a store.
You gotta add ice.
We literally just had it with a lemonade and it was
so good.
Chuggable. I think I'm gonna say Green Bar probably has delicious liquor. Mix it in your own cup instead of a can.
Mix it.
And maybe everybody
stop
with the canned cocktail. Just kidding. Someone younger than me loves them. I mean,
maybe this is a Los Angeles thing. Maybe this is a, we're in flyover country. We're yokels.
We don't matter.
We don't matter.
Okay, that's mean.
Our 8 electoral votes do too matter.
Okay. But, guys, are you wondering why we started with a cocktail? I'm just going to tell you, because we're shifting things up a little bit. We're spicing it up for you.
We did the cold open SNL style.
Yeah, you're welcome for that. Hope you liked it.
Or Parks and Rec style, if you'd rather go that way.
Oh, man. Every time you bring up Parks and Rec, I feel like I need to rewatch the series, which I love to do. I'm a binge watcher. Are you a binge watcher? Do you watch something from start to finish and then start a new show or podcast or whatever?
So my challenge these days is that my first priority is to watch live sports.
Of course.
And so then I just don't have time for scripted television. And if I start watching a show and it stinks,
That's because are live sports on every day till 10 p.m.?
Yes, they are. Because I'm a soccer fan.
Yeah.
So here's the most ridiculous thing you've heard today. So the last show, scripted television, I tried to get into was The Mandalorian.
Oh, God.
And I was watching it while Simone was very little and super colicky and we weren't sleeping, all of the things. And every time Baby Yoda came on and was vulnerable, I started sobbing.
Okay.
Because I was like, weird... you can't hurt a baby.
Are they mean to Baby Yoda?
Well, yeah, they're trying to kill Baby Yoda.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Kidnap Baby Yoda and do weird experiments. I'm I projected Simona onto Baby Yoda. I'm like, I will kill you if you come for my baby.
It was Nick's postpartum hormones.
It was. No, baby crying does weird thing to males. There's studying on this. Males react way worse to babies crying than females.
I'm going to need you to follow up on that research, Nick.
I'll find it. There's it does weird things to men's neural waves. Made me cry.
Okay. I did not watch The Mandalorian, as you can tell.
I bet Elliot would watch it.
I'm a cold soul, so I don't. But I have found a new show that I'm totally obsessed with.
What is it?
All American. Have you heard of it?
I have not heard of it.
Okay, so if you like Friday Night Lights, did you watch Friday Night? This does not feel
clear hearts, clear minds, can't lose. Here's the thing, though. Something they do lose, that. So
So you taught me wrong, Friday Night Lights. I don't think it's clear hearts and clear minds. So All American came up on my Netflix. So I'm a binge show watcher. So I pick one and watch
clear
it.
Eyes, full heart, can't lose. There we go.
So it's not often that I deviate, but I'm rewatching Law and Order SVU from the beginning. So I normally just put that on and do some work in the background. But I was I just don't feel like that. I'm going to find a new thing.
Order sound.
Bum, bum. I'm going to pick this new show that Netflix tells me I'll like because they're always right. And I am obsessed.
To be fair, Bridget, how hard is it to be oh, here's a new crime show. Here you go.
It's not a crime show. All American is a football. It's basically Friday Night Lights, kind of. It's just a football show, right? It's a high school football show, but it brings me right back to high school, to Friday nights, if you will. It's not quite the same because it's a kid that they take out of a not so nice area in South LA.
So it's kind of like The Blind Side.
I've never seen The Blind Side. I know I love it, and I just mean to, but I don't watch a lot of movies.
Okay.
And they move him to Beverly Hills to play. He's a star athlete, and
so
then there's all this
Fresh
drama.
Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, Nick, just watch the show, okay? But it brings me like right back to we're in the start of school crunch. Elliot got his teacher assignment today.
Oh, congrats, Elliot!
Just
starting
a short
school?
1.5 week before school starts. 1.5 week. 1.5 weeks.
Well, you would say a week and a half.
I know. So whatever. So I'm in that like back to school. I'm watching this new football show. I'm all whatever. It feels
Badger
like
High School had their first varsity football game last night, and they lost. Shout out.
They did. Oh, shoot.
They have their first home game next Friday, and they have dress-up themes now, I guess, and it's All America.
Game?
Yeah.
What? Dude, that's great. I love a good theme.
I do.
Obviously, I love a good theme. I've got my USA cup here filled with water.
You could bring your USA cup with one of these canned cocktails in it and be like, yeah, USA.
Yeah, I used to go to high school here 2,500 years ago. Yeah, 2,500. So anyway, yeah, we got a new teacher, got that assigned today. We've got our football show ready for football season. Not that I have any kids in football. It just feels like back to school time. And I feel that like crunch. I don't know if you're feeling this, but like I had a party last night in Chicago area. I have a party tonight in Milwaukee, and I have another party tomorrow night in Milwaukee. And I feel like everyone's trying to shove all this fun in to like this week.
It's ridiculous.
And it's Venetian.
Yep.
So it's like, do all the shit this week, and then the world ends. That's how I'm feeling.
It's like everybody knows our experience last year was like, hey, everybody, the world is going to shut down pretty soon. So
do everything now.
Like at work, we can't get stuff shipped to us. There's like everybody's taking vacation. Like nobody's working.
Yeah.
Stuff is just going crazy. All the prices are going crazy because people aren't working. There's no all these things. It's like, I just think everybody decided I need to take vacation right now.
And like no warning.
Yep. Because like otherwise I will never take vacation ever again.
Do you feel like, I feel like a lot of people have adjusted and are like, cool, we're going to leave you be. But I just had to write a nasty email today to someone who like literally, if not responded to immediately, she copied 10, and this was unrelated to Country Meats, copied like 3 other people, and we're like, where
is there something you need to tell me, Bridget?
Yes. And I was like, hey, I pulled like the corporate Bridget out and was like, as previously mentioned.
Oh, I love that.
I try to be very nice, and I let go of that corporate shit that I used to say on the reg when I moved back to Lake Geneva. But I brought it back out because I was like, you shut the hell up. Like, it has been an hour. So anyway, have a little patience with everybody. I like the businesses that are putting up the signs like, hey, these people showed up to work to serve your ass, so shut up. Okay.
We've lost all of that.
That's my rant. That's my rant. It's over.
So I want to talk about sports a little bit.
Great.
I have 2 stories I want to talk about. I know I can't choose.
You skipped something I need to know about.
Oh, Hot Girl Summer?
Yeah, what the fuck is Hot Girl Summer?
Oh, so it's a song by Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
And Nicki Minaj, featuring Nicki Minaj, I think.
Well, I know it's a song, but I thought it was a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh.
It's like on the gram. I don't know how you didn't see this. You're all over the gram. You love influencers.
Sure do.
You should listen to Amuse Bouche this week.
Should. It's good.
So anyway, Megan Thee Stallion, and there's a lot of words that, we probably shouldn't say as...
Shouldn't even look at the album cover or whatever that was.
As who we are. I think maybe even referencing the song, we're going to get canceled. I don't know. But it's about female empowerment and female sexuality and, just women having a good time and feeling confident and slaying. And I think anytime you have those 2 together, like there's going to be a degree of slaying, right?
Sure. But are you saying it didn't happen?
Yeah. So like all these things in summer, like this song drops, and it's like I had a good beat and, whatever.
Yeah.
And like women are like, yeah, hot girl summer. Cause like, those ladies both have, I don't want to say like unconventional bodies, but
this is fun listening to.
They're not like a size 0, right?
Sure.
So like.
Good for them.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like Megan Thee Stallion's thing.
Yeah. I'm not not like into that, but like when you say like conventional beauty magazines, they would be a plus size model, whatever, all that stuff, different discussion. But so all these were like, yeah, I'm down with this. It's gonna be a hot girl summer. I'm gonna wear my 2-piece. I'm gonna go like own this. Like we're gonna go party. We're gonna get our high nudes, our canned cocktails, and like we're gonna party hot girl summer. And like there was just a lot of energy, I think, for that of like it's gonna be a party summer, and I just feel like it's people
Didn't
are
happen?
like. I think there's so much pressure on ourselves to party this summer.
Maybe we weren't the demographic.
We've partied out.
I think we missed the boat on the age limit there.
Okay, I'm going to make a really obscure cultural reference.
Great.
Futurama. Are you aware of the show?
Yes.
Okay, so there was this party slug. There was a soda that was like a not so subtle thing on Surge. It's called Slurm, and a slug promoted it. It was like, party on, dudes.
That's funny that a slug
promoted it. He eventually sacrificed his life partying to death to save the world. and he was like, he took his sunglasses off and he's like obviously burnt out and on drugs and everything. And I feel like that's where we are this summer. We're like, keep partying, dudes. We gotta keep the world spinning. And we're just all so burned out from partying.
So maybe they did do Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah, I think Hot Girl Summer's...
Okay, well, if you participated in Hot Girl Summer, let us know.
I mean, I wanted Hot Girl Summer. Like, I wanted to, like, go party.
I feel like I've done a lot this summer, actually.
I feel like it's just been an endless cycle of poo.
Okay, Nick.
Like what Lucy eats.
Oh, my God. I'm not even telling you about Lucy this week because I felt like you were going to give me crap.
Well, Lucy eats the...
I've chosen my other child to talk about later. Spoiler alert.
So I had two things. I had a sports thing I want to talk about. And I was actually curious what you think about this.
Okay.
So I'm into the football, as you know, and I'm like into that. And I didn't even know about this.
I'm into that.
So there's this. So in European football, there are like 15 and 16-year-old kids that play as professionals regularly. Mm-hmm. There's no college sports really. There's no like you play for free for the NCAA.
Yeah.
Yep. You get, you play for a professional team growing up, and then when you turn 15, 16, you can get a professional contract, and you can play with the big boys. And that also goes for the women. So in America, we're a little different. The leagues usually have minimum ages and stuff. And this girl, her name is Olivia Moultrie. She's 15, and she's very good at soccer.
Okay.
She wasn't able to play for the, what's it called? The women's league in America. It's changed the name a number of times. And she sued them. She's 15 years old. She sued them to be able to play.
Why wasn't she able to play for them?
Because they had a minimum
age?
Yeah, they had a minimum age. And she's 15 years old.
Okay.
She was good enough for sure.
Okay.
And she just scored her first professional. She won, and she got on the Portland Thorns. She scored her first goal professionally, and her team advanced to the finals in the International Champions Cup, which is a joke competition.
Is
not as
she
expressive
in
as it sounds.
School still?
Yeah, she's still doing school.
Not in person, I imagine.
They might do like what the actors do, where it's like a tutor type of situation.
So in light of especially the past year and this upcoming year, I feel pretty strongly that people who are children, 15-year-olds, belong in school.
So you are not for go chase your dream, but a pro athlete. What about all the like gymnastic ladies? Well, and the 13-year-old Chinese girl that won the gold medal in diving with the perfect scores.
I have to say, I think other countries are cruel to their employees, their athletes.
Well, I mean, if you're a Chinese athlete, you are an employee of the state.
So I can only speak to America. I don't know if I'll be put in that position ever, but like I would like to say,
if somebody said, Elliot, you're 12, but you're 6'11" and can dunk. We want you to play professional basketball. Here's a boatload of money.
I'm going to play varsity basketball for 4 years, and then I will play. Even then, I would prefer that you go to college of some sort. Because guess what? Your professional career is not going to last, and then what?
Yeah, so get the money and then go back and get a college degree.
Oh, so after you've been a professional athlete, please then settle down and go to a 4-year college when you're 40.
Well, get the money.
That's has what nothing to do with your degree.
Dwayne Wade just like finished his degree.
How many people have not done that?
A fair number. I think.
So if Simona becomes an athlete, a superstar athlete, would you let her skip high school?
Yeah, if somebody wants to pay her a bunch of money, I'd be like, yeah, go get the money, girl.
What's going to happen when she's 30?
Well, she
doesn't know how to manage money because she wasted it all because she's not educated.
Well, Dada will take care of that.
Oh, you.
I'll be like Jamie Spears or whatever the name is.
Yeah, that's going well. No,
I thought you would be like, girl, get your money.
And I thought you would be like, girl, get your education.
Nah, money matters more than education.
No, it doesn't. I can't believe we're having this conversation. I'm fully heated. This was not on the outline, everybody.
It is on the outline.
Well, the article's on the outline. I did not realize.
Well, that's why I want to talk about it.
We were duking it out here. I can't say because I'm not in the shoes of those parents. But I do think so. Okay, here's an example.
You could break your leg in high school sports, never get the money, never get the experience to play professional. Regret it forever.
Or you could go be a professional athlete when you're 15, get hooked on cocaine, and not have an education. But whatever. Yes, you could do all of these things. I could have gone and played volleyball at a small college, and that was my plan. I had the workout from the coach all summer, and then I was like, fuck this. What am I going to do? Be a professional volleyball player after college? Why don't I just go and enjoy college? Get somewhat of an education. And I'm not, increasingly I'm thinking that.
I like the air quotes there.
I do, because I do increasingly think a 4-year college is more important for the life skills. A 2-year tech degree is more important if you're really just wanting the education, is really what I think. So, I feel like this is a sticky situation. As I have a child that I hope will be an athlete, 2 children really that I would like to be athletes, but one of them that's definitely going to be tall enough to be a successful athlete if he chooses to do that.
He's got several sports available to him as a tall person.
But let's be honest, we're going to stick with one, okay?
There's basketball, there's volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball.
There's tennis.
Badger High School.
He could be a goalkeeper.
We're going to stick with basketball. It's what we know. Anyway, we're going to do whatever he wants. He's 5, and he likes playing soccer and t-ball right now because that's all he's allowed to do.
I've seen him play soccer. Yeah, I would go the t-ball route more than I would.
He was 4, Nick. He starts again in 2 weeks.
I'm very excited to see the progression.
Yeah, it's great. He did say that he only wants to play basketball, which is funny because he's never been in an organized basketball league because no one allows it until you're 5. So here we go.
He dunks them donuts so well, he probably going to be great at basketball.
Dude, was that a dad joke a little early?
Early dad joke.
Okay, so I discovered, Nick and I were talking, we're like, sometimes we get down in the doom and gloom here, and it's easy to share all the shitty stuff.
Talk about hot girl summer.
But it's really fun to share all the good news things that we may not know about. So I went on the hunt outside of Tank's Good Movement, or Tank's Good News, which we love, the Happy Newspaper. These are great places to find happy news. But I found a thing called Only Good TV. It's called onlygood.tv, okay? And it shares only good. It's
sounds like OnlyFans.
Is that
fans only? Is
that a porn thing?
That's a thing that just got shut down.
Oh, yes. So yes. So it shares. It's associated with YouTube sharing only the good news, right? So right now, the one that I'm loving is they have a whole channel that is called Kids Biz with a Z. And I like it. Except they're spelling things incorrectly on purpose.
It would be better if it was kids with a Z,
I know.
biz with a Z.
Yes, I agree, but you're spelling kids properly, but business wrong. Ugh. Okay,
it's like a backward K.
Ew, that's even worse. What are you teaching these kids? So anyway, the Only Good TV series Kids Biz turns a spotlight on remarkable kids. So it's all about kids who are starting businesses that are meant to make a difference. So I was going to try and pick my favorite one, but I couldn't. So there's, shocking, I couldn't make the decision. There's one about a teen starting a candy company that's good for your teeth, as my dentist is texting me, literally, because she's my friend. So there's one about an inventor that made this thing called a Medi-Teddy, which is a teddy bear meant for people in the hospital that helps kids take their medication because, it's a stuffed animal. So there's Girl Scouts building basketball courts. There's brothers that are doing a sock company that gives back. So if you just need some hope for our future when you're pretty sure our world's just going to implode, you should check out the link that we'll put in the bio of the show notes for Kids Biz about inspiring kids who are rocking it.
I love it.
I know, it's great. I got lost in it. I understand now why people get lost in YouTube shit.
It's easy.
People watch makeup tutorials. I watch inspiring children's stories.
I watched recaps of the Battle of Agincourt and things like that. Anyway, on that note, we're going to take a break and be right back with some products we're loving.
All right, guys. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. I feel like I stole that right out of Nick's mouth. So we're switching this up a little here again because we like to keep you on your toes. And I have more of a general. I'm doing what I think pregnant people like to call nesting, but I'm not pregnant, everybody. Are you looking at me like I didn't this is why I spit these cocktails out? Just kidding. Not pregnant. Oh, God.
Makes a lot of sense.
Please don't start the rumor.
You know, when you tried the Cabernet, I was like, are you sure your COVID taste isn't screwing this up? It makes more sense now. It's pregnant taste.
So when you... I'm not pregnant. When I tasted the hibiscus one, I was like, shit, are my taste buds just like way
text Tyler
off?
Right now. Bridget's spitting out alcohol. Her tastes are off. Is she pregnant?
Okay, let me clear 2 things up. I do not currently have COVID, and I am not currently pregnant. I do not intend to be either of those things again. Okay, moving on. I am organizing, and I think we have a friend visiting next weekend for a sleepover. He's doing a really cool 2-day bike ride, and we're the center point. So he's sleeping over. He's raising money for diabetes. Yay!
Sweet.
So Anthony's coming to visit, and he hasn't been to our house, and our house has been in a perpetual state of, we thought it was getting renovated. So like we didn't really do much to our front yard garden. So it looks like a jungle. We've packed up stuff halfway because we have stuff in a storage unit. It's very weird. So now I'm like, what can I organize to make it look like we actually live here? So we have a master bathroom off of the bedroom where I use it. Tyler, for some reason, doesn't. Is that, you use your master, don't you?
Yeah.
I have many friends who the boys don't use that bathroom. I don't know why. Anyway, Tyler doesn't use it.
It depends on, like we have a downstairs ones that I'll frequently use for, things.
Pooping. Anyway, so the bathroom that the kids use, Tyler also uses, and like our public uses. And they use the basement bathroom too. I just don't. So anyway, I opened the top drawer and it's just like shit all over. Like just, man thing. Like box of Band-Aids half spilled open, the toothpaste just thrown in there. And it decided. It made me crazy. I ran into the store to get something unrelated and found this lovely drawer organizer for $10, and it made all the world of difference, okay? It's such a dumb thing, but Target Dollar Spot has them. I got an organizer at Aldi. I could
see them having a good one, like nailing the
in that aisle.
They cost us like 2 cents.
Yeah,
we can buy $1 million
but I paid
of them,
it for
sell
$10.
them for $1. Yep.
Yes. Every time I buy these, I'm like, this costs you 4 cents to make. But yeah, highly recommend it. I keep some in our linen closet that like I'll find at Goodwill or whatever, because some of that organizational stuff is annoying, and I just shove them in the drawers and it makes a lifetime of difference. You guys, I know you're all laughing at me right now, but put a little damn drawer in there and put your Band-Aids in that, and they're not all over your drawer. And that's where I'm at right now. I did it in my office. I reorganized my office at home. I'm feeling so much more relaxed about it. So that's all. I'm into organizational things. Again, back to school. I think my brain is there and I can't get out of it.
Sarah did a really great job with our kitchen drawers, where one day I just kind of am like, I don't have it all in, and it's not going to open. It's going to be annoying, but I'm a man. I can deal with it.
Yeah.
And one day I came home with all these like really nice baskets. I was like, oh, honey, thank you. This is great. And she's like, this isn't a thank you. This is I hate you. Like, you need to stop putting this crap all over the place. I'm like, well, I love you.
But thank you.
She did a great job.
See? It's a simple thing that like every day you don't realize.
So you get a text from your dentist. I get a text from one of my liquor reps that says, hey, by chance you're in the store. I know you usually podcast, but I don't know when that starts. Well, Tom, right now.
Right now, Tom.
My thing that I'm going to recommend is, you guys know we love reading in our family. We're a big reading family. We love the Lake Geneva Public Library. Miss Sarah, the children's librarian down there, is amazing. You can just send her a message and be like, hey, Miss Sarah, Simona's kind of into these things. Can you give us a basket of books? And literally there's a basket of books. We got like 18. And she's like, here's a bunch of books. Some are too high for her. Some are probably too low. Some are ridiculous. Let me know and we can start dialing it in.
She's awesome.
This is like how I do wine with people. I'm like, this is going to be this way. This is going to be this way. This is going to be a little weird. You tell me what you think. We'll dial it in. She does it with books. I do it with alcohol.
But you failed me.
Just wait till this next segment. I'm going to really get in
her
head. So she gave us a cornucopia of books, and the best ones were the Mother Bruce books. Have you seen these books?
Is it the mother?
It's a bear that gets adopting some geese.
Yes, we own one of them.
They are the best, most hilarious books. I don't want to spoil them. The premise is you need to start with the start. The Lake Geneva Public Library will have it again on Monday when I return that.
I have a book due, I think.
You need to get these books. They're amazing. I should give the author some credit. They are written by Ryan Higgins. Good work, Ryan. They're hilarious for adults, really beautifully illustrated. I think it's funny because they're obviously digitally illustrated, or at least they look in that style. compared to some of the other children's books you have where you're like, oh yeah, somebody drew this by hand. You're like, this one was digital. Like,
who cares?
And I'm not saying that like like it's a big deal, but it's just funny seeing the progression over time. But like, it's like how the Pixar movies are like for the parents like they are for the kids, where like the old school Disney ones are like very clearly just for the kids.
Yes.
This book is the same thing. So there's a whole bunch of these books.
Yeah, there is.
Mother Bruce is the first one. Get them all.
They look great. I love
it. Starts with Bruce is a lot of things. He is a bear. He is a grump. He is a pretty decent cook. And he is a mother. One thing Bruce is not, Santa. I don't know. This is wild.
I don't know. Well, they look great. I get really mad when I get like a shitty kids book and I'm like, this is terrible to read. We have one that...
And then it's bad when your kid likes it.
Yes. We have one that was gifted to us that I think was meant to be a joke because this person is a very good gift giver usually. And it's not...
Way to go, Tyler.
It's not Brittany. It's not Tyler. But the book is like a tongue twister and it's meant to be annoying, I'm sure, for the parents to read. So then the kid thinks it's funny. But I have like hidden it under the bed. It is not enjoyable to read. Anyway, kids' books. Good call on that, man.
So yeah, Mother Goose. That's what Mother Bruce, because it's a joke about Mother Goose.
Oh,
anyway,
thank you for clearing that up.
That's dad joke. We're gonna be right back.
That's dad joke. Okay. We're talking about kids' books on the break.
Oh, man. It's great. I love it. So as part of my like get to know Bridget quest to make sure I never give her a wine she doesn't like ever again.
Because Nick and I really don't know each other.
So we really enjoyed the Reddit segment last week.
Yes, because I love hate Reddit.
And so this week I have one of my favorite subreddits. I've talked about this before is Today I Effed Up.
Oh, God.
And
I feel like I need to dive into Reddit to like understand.
So I have 4 stories that people shared. Sometimes people share stuff you're like, that's not real. You made this up. And sometimes they're like hilarious. So I have 4 stories of TIFUs that I want to get your take on.
On what? If they're fake or real?
If they're fake or real and like what you would have done.
General feelings?
Yeah, I want your general feelings.
I don't hide my feelings.
So this first one is TIFU by reviewing a lawn service. And the guy is Canto Hulu. I don't know.
Okay.
Exactly.
Canto Hulu?
This is a short one, albeit a small F up. But I cringed really hard. I'm going to summarize. Basically, he has this tree that's kind of hard to trim and interviewed a bunch of lawn services, got a lawn service, and they were great. He said, wonderful prices. The crew came out, got to work. They were like tore through my backyard like a tree trimming tornado, cut back the wisteria beautifully. I was very impressed, gave him a huge tip, and I wanted to let their boss know what great work they did. So I wrote a Google review.
Oh, no.
XYZ services are highly recommended. Thorough, fast, and clean. Reasonable prices. Shout out to Steve on an amazing rim job.
Oh.
I didn't notice until the owner texted me and thanked me for the review before asking me to please edit it. I was like, sure, man. Why? He said, just read it. You'll see. I read it and facepalmed. Have you ever left a review? He obviously meant to say trim job, not rim job.
So I prefer to go directly to the boss. So like we just had a really lovely thing happen at the Milwaukee County Zoo.
You've never complimented anybody on their rim jobs?
I don't publicly do that, no. Publicly, of course.
Of course.
I haven't had something like that happen, but bless that boss for like catching it and being like, hey, bro, please fix that. But also, it would have been funny to see how people reacted. I bet they would have gotten a lot of business.
Yes, I know. I would totally have left him and be like, I can't control what people say on Google about me.
That was nice of him to leave a nice review.
I agree.
I feel so conflicted about reviews in general because like...
I just think they need to stop.
Yeah, because half the time I'm like, these are fake. I don't trust them because they're paying their friends to do it or something. And then otherwise people are bullies.
And like, if I go to you and I ask you, like if you actually, here's a better way to put it. If you come to me and say like, hey, Nick, how was the brisket? You know I'm going to be a bit of an asshole about it.
Yes.
Because you know like what I can do, where I come from on brisket and like my opinion of where it should be. If I go to Shannon about a restaurant service, I know she's going to have extraordinarily high standards because she has delivered extraordinarily high standards and knows what it is. If I go to you and ask about crime shows, I know it's going to be a really good crime show.
I mean, you're right. There should be like background. Be like, so I'm a butcher or whatever.
So you don't know. Like, you just don't know. Okay, here's the next one. We talked about your neighbors. And I know you're a very neighborly neighbor. You like knowing your neighbors. You like interacting with them. Also, I know sometimes you like to creep a little bit.
Okay, I don't do it on purpose, neighbors.
So here's the one. TIFU by calling the police on my neighbor, and this is someone in England, for burying a dead body in his garden. Official football 433.
What?
So it's all English spelling, and 433 is a soccer formation. So anyway, in all the years we've been neighbors, he's never spoken to me, and I know nothing about him. Yesterday, I was in my bedroom and caught my neighbor acting suspiciously in his garden. I watched from behind the curtain as he carried what looked like a body wrapped up, and he proceeded to drop it in the ditch he just made. I could see you doing this with all your true crime stuff.
You would obviously watch that if you saw that.
The way the body fell, I knew it was a body, and after a short panic, I immediately called the police. Once the police arrived, I met them outside and led them to where my neighbor was burying the body, explaining everything to them.
Wasn't a body, was it?
Turns out my neighbor was burying his dead dog that's been a part of the family for years, and he was giving the dog a last send-off until I arrived with an army of police treating him like he'd murdered someone and buried their body. My neighbor hates me. The police were disappointed I made them crash the funeral, and I've gone into hiding.
Okay, I would move. I mean,
it is a hot market right now. You could move. I hear homes in your neighborhood are selling fast.
Selling fast, except I could never find another home. I need to clear up the fact that I don't creep on my neighbors like a creeper. I live on a dead end. So it's really like, I once had my neighbor be like, oh my God, I saw on the scanner that the fire department came to your house. I was like, yeah, it's fine. A tree was on fire. Like, we all do it because we live on a dead end. And I think it's nice that we're watching out for each other, okay? But also, I haven't seen one of my neighbors in a really long time. And I'm like, should I do a welfare check? Because that's what a neighbor would do.
All right. So this one, I'm actually curious if this is something you would do or have done in the past. This seems like something you would do. It's called TIFU by telling a guy GG after we kissed for the first time. And this is by Girl on Fire 69, and the O in on fire is 0. And GG, for those of you that don't know, is what the young kids and chat when they're on stream. GG means good game. Okay, so let me first preface this by saying I am extremely effing nervous. We were in my room, and not going to get into the details of all of it. This girl's 15, by the way, but it's my first time kissing someone ever. I was already nervous to begin with, but after we started, we just couldn't stop. It continued on for 5 minutes.
Are we talking about actually kissing or she meaning sex?
I think actually kissing.
Okay, let me just be clear.
After it was over, she's 15. I mean, which, but, not everybody went to Catholic school. My mind was racing at a zillion thoughts per second. I wanted to say something funny, insightful, deep, meaningful, mysterious, sweet, heartwarming, charming. Instead, my brain just short-circuited, and I said the very first thing that came into my mind with an awkwardly confident smile plastered on my face. GG.
Good game.
No, just GG.
Oh, just GG?
Like LOL. People that say LOL out loud?
Oh.
Like that. Oh. Good thing is, he took it as a compliment. We laughed about it afterwards. I'm still laughing about it as I'm writing this down.
Okay, I'm annoyed that
have you ever high-fived Tyler and be like, good job?
Ask Tyler about high fives. He straight up hates high fives.
What?
It was in our vows. I vowed to never high five him. It is a joke we have. Yes, it's very funny.
Oh, he's getting high five.
We've moved on past it, and now we high five all the time for fun.
Simona's a big high fiver.
Oh, my kids, same. Yeah, they love it. So I'm like, sorry, Tyler, the kids love it.
You threw the trash out, high five.
But in a previous
You tied your shoes, high five.
Before Tyler, for sure I did awkward things like that. I never spoke in text lingo because fucking say the word good game, not
laugh
GG.
Out loud. Just laugh.
The thing I hate the most, HBD. Just say happy birthday. If you're taking the time to type on my Facebook wall, write happy birthday.
Can I tell you the thing that just irrationally annoys me?
Like HBD?
Vacay. Type out really? Vacation. I'm on vacay. Have a good vacay.
Oh, that doesn't bother me.
And some people put just vaca. I'm like, do you mean cow? Like vaca, cow in Espanol?
Guilty. I don't
it drives me nuts.
Vacay with a Y because there's no Y in vacation. So vaca, I 100%. I'm like, going on vaca. Because you don't have to say full words.
I get
You're going on vacation. Anyway, yes, I've done dumb things like that. I think it's funny because it sets up your relationship for can this kid hang with my weird, awkward jokes?
I've never done anything that awkward.
Oh, yeah. All the time I do weird things like that.
I'm always Han Solo cool.
Sure, man.
All right, this is the last one, and this one I really enjoyed, and this one is legit verified, as this actually happened Real reporters dug this one down.
I feel like all these things happened.
And made sure it actually happened.
Okay.
TIFU by angering a sitting U.S. congressman on Facebook to the extent that he challenged me to fight him when he comes to my state, Alaska, next year. I accepted it before giving any thought. User is mindfuckrocketship.
Oh my God, these usernames.
This all started earlier tonight when I replied to one of his posts, calling him out for frequently lying and capping it off by calling him a traitor.
Cool.
We had a brief back and forth, and he laid down the challenge.
Dude.
He wants us to go at it either in a ring or a dojo. I told him to message me before he gets here so we can actually make this happen. I'm not sure if I'm in over my head or not, but I'm not going to back down. I have a service level amount of training from my time in the infantry and in law enforcement, but he has a similar background. While I highly doubt he'll follow through, I better start legitimately training in case. Never in a million years did I think he'd respond, let alone challenge me to an actual fisticuffs like we're in the 1800s, but here we are. It's,
Where's the congressman from?
Clay Higgins. He's from Missouri, and he's come to whatever.
Oh my
so the
God.
guy's like, come on, internet, let's keep
Alaska.
goading him into this. Maybe we can raise money for charity. PR folks are messaging him. Dojo trainers are all into this. Oh, you Googled it.
Yeah.
You see it's...
He looks like a fighter, man.
So anyway,
But,
so
I'm
this guy on
sorry.
Reddit's going to go get in a fight with this guy.
What was this person thinking, this congressman?
I know.
The kid is a dumb kid on the internet, but this guy is a congressman.
And you got in a fight with some dumb kid on the internet that happens to be a veteran.
Sorry, everybody, this is the problem with politics.
Stop it, you congressman. To be fair, they used to actually have fights on the floor. They used to duel each other. Now they're just dueling dumb kids on the internet. I mean, I'm sure the founding fathers are like, bruh, at least get pistols out at 10 paces like Hamilton and Burr.
I need to dig into this, but do you think this guy was joking?
No, he's
Clay
evidently
Higgins?
done this before.
Locate us
And he
a
always
ring.
chickens out of it.
I mean, he's a congressman. If
Well,
he showed up in Alaska and dueled this kid in some kind of ring, oh my God, I can't.
I mean, it'd be great.
I love this Reddit section because then now I don't actually have to look at Reddit because it's painful to look at, but I get to hear. Here's the thing Tyler and I always say about Reddit is Reddit people get the news like a day or two before it gets to Instagram and Facebook.
So this is how I balance out my New York Times daily love because
Yeah.
the daily's a day behind, but Reddit's a day ahead.
Okay, you've listened to Amuse Bouche. Did you not think it was ridiculous that the New York Times had a freaking article about fucking Rush talk?
No.
Oh my God, I think that's absurd. I was like, what world? I don't think it's absurd. I just thought it was like, this is the world we live in.
Yep. They got to
That's
report
all.
on the serious things. All the news that's fit to print.
Oh man, you're going to have to listen if you want to know what we're talking about.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. I love the Reddit. I'm going to have to get on Reddit so I can find something you haven't found in the depths.
I feel like next time I have to pick one for you, I'm going to be right on.
You guys, he was so off. I can't even tell you. I
was
very disappointed.
Very disappointed in myself.
I've always been really happy.
I would not give myself a good game over that pick.
No good game. No GG. You've been very good at nailing down exactly the kind of wine I like. So that, whatever. Maybe I have COVID. Just kidding, everybody. Just bringing it full circle.
Today, I effed up by making a bunch of jokes about having COVID and being pregnant. Turns out, in a weird twist of fate,
I am still neither. This is going to get weird. Okay. Whew. We haven't talked at all.
What?
Yeah, I know. Are you totally creeped out?
Yeah.
I know. I can't wait to talk about it. We're going to tell you now. We haven't talked about food and what kind of, discussing over food and drinks episode would this be if we didn't tell you about food? So I got to tell you about my little hack. I think I've talked on here about giving my kids popsicles that are actually smoothies. So they're actually healthy, but it backfired because now the kids think they can have popsicles for breakfast. Yep. So we all love waffles. Everyone loves a good toaster waffle.
You tried.
I did. And if I could get on my shit and have smoothies every day frozen as popsicles, then it wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, so we were doing waffles. We love to do weekend mornings, either donuts or pancakes and bacon or waffle, some fun we
we're
have
all
time.
over that, yeah.
My parents did it with us, and so we love doing that. But I feel a little guilty of here's your Eggo with sugary syrup. I mean, whatever. I ate them. I still eat them. I know.
There's nothing wrong with Eggos.
Cody,
we should do an Eggo taste-off episode.
Yeah, Nick has every Eggo in the world. I feel
Whatever.
I would like
You're
them all.
jelly.
They all taste the same because, come on.
No, they don't.
I'm just kidding. I'm a home-style Eggo person. But
I got an idea.
What I did was we got Elliot like a little mini red waffle maker at Christmas because he likes so much cooking them, whatever, you know. And
I have that one, like the Dash one.
Yeah,
those are great.
Like $10 or something.
Yeah, so cheap, and they aren't like cheap in operation. They work perfectly.
Work great. So he loves cooking with us, whatever. So he wanted to make waffles. I had there's a brand, the brand name is called Kodiak Cakes, but I was at Aldi and bought the knockoff. I cannot believe you're drinking that voluntarily.
The Kodiak Cakes are really good.
So I bought the knockoff Kodiak Cakes brand at Aldi just to be like, I wonder if the kids will eat this. And the idea is that they're packed with protein. So like, I feel fine as long as my kids are having protein. Like, yes, you can put sugary syrup on top, but you have some protein so you'll stay full for a little while. Totally snuck Kodiak cake waffles, made the mix. Elliot made the waffles. I think he ate like 4 of them.
Nice.
Lucy loved them. I loved them. They were bomb. And so if you can trick your kids into eating protein waffles, didn't know the difference.
So I thought you were actually going to be like, I went and like mashed avocados into the waffles, or like,
who do you think I am?
I chopped up pig guts and put them in, or something
Spinach
weird like that.
Waffles.
I thought that's what you're going to do.
No, you weirdo. I just bought protein mix. It's like a knockoff Kodiak cake from Aldi, and it was delicious. I put peanut butter and syrup on mine. It was real good.
I've gotten big into breakfast meal prepping. Like I make sandwiches ahead of time and egg cups and stuff.
Oh, I don't meal prep
for Sarah because I don't like eggs, but I've been very happy about that.
You really should like eggs. I want to make you like 4 different kinds of eggs, but I don't want you to throw up on air, so I can't.
I mean, we can do Nick reviews seafood and Nick reviews eggs, and
one in which you might die, the other in which you might.
Well, no,
up.
Seafood I'm fine. It's shellfish that I might die.
Oh, heard. Okay, great.
I would just like to give a shout out to my hombre. Sorry, bad English speaking Spanish there. Mi hombre, Ronald.
His friend Ron.
Hill Valley Dairy, Ron. The Hatch chili pepper cheese curds. My God. Muy bueno.
Good feedback. Everyone I have heard that has had them has loved them.
So I did get to engage in the test batch process, where we drank a bunch of beer and had a batch of curds that had 3 grams of seasoning, 5 grams of seasoning, 7 grams of seasoning. He's so precise in his cheese making that he has to do metric measurements because imperial measurements aren't good enough. But these Hatch chili pepper cheese curds, they are seasoned with Hatch chili pepper seasoning that we have for our bratwursts and other things at Lake Geneva Country Meats. And they're like salty, spicy, roasty, and then the cheese curdy, gooey savoriness. And they're so good. And the problem with them is because they have like that perfect, they're like cashews, like roasted, salted cashews, where you're like, it's a perfect combination of like crunchy, salty, but like roasty deliciousness where you have one, you're like, oh, I need another one.
I need 10 of these.
Like you can't eat just one, especially if you have a beer with it. So these cheese curds, you have like a Modelo or, a Budweiser or something like that. A Coors Light.
Are those the same? Modelo and Budweiser?
Just like a generic lager. And you have one, you're like, oh, this is really good. It'd be great with a sip of beer. So you take a sip of beer and you're like, oh, that was really refreshing. And suddenly the bag's gone.
It's it's like bar food, right? That's why they have popcorn. That's why they have salty snacks.
I tell you, Ron.
Good job, Ron.
Good game, Ron.
Good. GG, Ron.
GG, Ron.
We're officially tooled for that, okay?
The Hatch chili pepper cheese curds.
Curd bag.
Anyway, I think we're sold out. Maybe Ron will make more at some point.
Maybe next year.
Maybe you should email Ron. It's Ron at hillvalleydairy.com. I don't know what his email is. hillvalleydairy.com, I think, is their website. Go on there and tell him to... I think he should be Ron at hillvalleydairy.com.
It is hillvalleydairy.com. That is the official website. You could probably message them on social media, and you certainly could fill out the contact us form on their website.
He's got his phone number on his...
There is a phone number.
That's a mistake, Ron. That's a rookie mistake.
We don't know whose number that is. Don't call him
Josie, that's a rookie mistake.
Okay, everybody.
Anyway, so you call Ron and you say, I want the Hatch chili pepper cheese curds. They are delicious. They're amazing. Everybody should get them. I love them.
Delicious. Okay, guys.
That's what I got.
That's what I got. That was our food bit for you, but it's time for
Kid Corner.
Here we are. I have another kid. It's not Lucy. His name's Elliot. I'm telling you about Elliot this week because I mentioned before that my dentist texted me. She is a good friend of mine. We brought Elliot to the dentist. He's been before, but this was his first big time full. They do everything checkup. Like when you bring kids to the dentist when they're like 2, they basically just like brush their teeth and kind of get them used to like the dentist chair, whatever. This he got like all the things, right? He got x-rays.
Did he get floss?
He got floss. Yeah, these little floss things. He loves them. So it went so great. Dr. Molly in Laura's office did it, and she was so good with him. But Elliot's a bit apprehensive to things and very dramatic. So he
is a sensitive soul.
So as you may know,
not like Lucy
from previous episodes, I have a big issue with puking and anything relating to it. And Shannon and I actually got in a fight about this. Like, it is 1,000,000% my biggest fear that like someone is going to puke on me, near me, when I'm stranded, when I'm alone. It makes me panic. It is definitely an issue. Okay.
Hopefully there's a snake around to eat the puke up, so you don't have to touch it.
I know. Shannon's like, it's not your biggest fear. I'm like, okay.
I thought it was snakes.
Maybe a snake is near it, but I can run away from a snake. I can't like run away from my puking child, although I probably have. If Tyler's around 1,000,000%, I'm like, I gotta go. But when I'm by myself. So anyway, there's puke like going around. So I was at daycare drop off.
There's puke going around.
Someone we know's kid is sick. Someone else's kid. I'm not going to call anyone's kids out here, but like there's puke in the vicinity of my world. And so I'm getting off topic. I'm scared of puke. Okay. So I'm sitting at the dentist. We're like all very close. Elliot's in this chair. He's perfectly fine. He seems fine. He didn't puke, but they go to like, they put something, I don't know, fluoride or something on his mouth. And instead of just being like, ew, or I don't like that, he goes, whoop, and just like makes this gagging. And you can't see me if you're not watching on YouTube, but he, blows up his cheeks like, whoop. And I'm just going to keep making the gross noise in the microphone. And I immediately, my heart races, my cheeks get red. I can tell. And I'm like panic, a brief moment. I'm like, what would I have done if he puked on my lap in the dentist chair? Like, I don't know, freak out. And the poor dentist would have to deal with it. So anyway, Elliot killed it at the dentist. He did not puke. He was just being dramatic. I, for the 400th time, have said, hey, Elliot, please don't make fake puking noises, because he does it all the time, because that's his way of like saying yuck, or he doesn't like something.
I think maybe you should try some reverse psychology and be like, I love it when you do that. Do it more.
I have like talked to a therapist about this because it is like, honestly, people in my family have joked with me about it for years. Like, they're like, just get over it. I'm like, I can't. It sends me in a panic.
Yeah, you need to talk to a therapist about that.
Yeah, I'm working on it, okay?
I actually was at the dentist this week myself. And
really?
Not on the kid corner side of it, but I have a hygienist that's very nice and I like her, but she's like very dedicated to the scratching off plaque. And creepy. I actually have very clean teeth, very healthy teeth, very good relationship with my dentist, and my hygienist changed. She's very nice. I'd like to stress that. But she was like going at it. I'm like, I gotta change. Like, lady, you're like, I get you're trying to do the right thing, but stop. Anyway, mine. So my kid was out from daycare sick. Simona. Oh, yeah. She's not puking. She had a fever of 100.9, which is not a fever. We've decided with COVID
threshold,
that it's a fever. So
annoying.
And they did this. So she had. It was a tooth coming in, like 100%. It was a tooth coming in. Wow, it goes back to the dentist thing too.
Look at that.
And like they did it. She was like kind of a little whiny during the day. She's usually like very good, very low maintenance. She can be in a corner doing her thing. You can ignore her, whatever. She's an only child. She knows how to entertain herself. So like 10 minutes before the end of the day, they're like, "Oh yeah, she has the fever. She can't come back tomorrow." I'm like,
that's BS.
This is BS.
Yeah.
So I took the day off. This is the first time we've had her homesick. And
That's the first time you've had her homesick?
Yeah, she's a pretty healthy kid.
Oh, Jesus.
So we had a daddy-daughter day, and we did all sorts of adventures. We went to parks. We went shopping. We went for walks. We had some cuddles. We played on the slide. We did all sorts of fun things. And it was wonderful. I cried a lot. Shut up, Bridget. It was so much fun, and I took lots of pictures, so I'll never forget.
The one time we stayed home sick together.
And it was like, she's fine. She just needs a little attention and some hugs from Dad.
I'm so glad you took a sick day. Nick's going to end the episode crying here, so.
Bridget's going to cry about puking, and I'm going to cry about my kid loving me.
We're doing great. Thanks for joining in therapy hour.
But yeah, it was just like so, especially since she wasn't really sick. Like,
yeah.
I mean, she was.
So you don't have to worry about her puking on you?
Yeah, she needed like a little bit of like TLC. And,
like teeth hurt. So.
It's okay, girl.
Hey,
you're fine.
I'm going back
Here's
to the
a wet, cold handkerchief.
I feel like Elliot's actually a year older than he actually is. I mean, obviously not because I birthed him, but he already has he's getting 2 adult teeth that the dentists were like,
Whoa.
You don't get those till like 6 or 7. I was like, well, I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
So,
damn.
So there's kids now that, do you know what the G League is? It's like minor league basketball.
Yes, I do.
So there's 17-year-old kids that are skipping their senior year of high school and they're getting paid to play on a team in the G League. Elliot was offered, because I mean, he's getting adult teeth. He's going to be big.
Okay, they're skipping their senior year. They're not like, how are they getting that
Well,
education?
they're enrolling in like a charter school.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep, you're not going to, he's going to take that back.
That one, maybe, for some reason, that one doesn't bother me as much as the
senior year of high school is a joke. Yeah, well, you're still a professional. You're making like $500,000 a year.
Yeah, so best of both worlds? I don't know. God. I guess check back when Elliot's in high school.
Well, guys, keep listening for the next 12 years.
Yeah.
We'll keep you updated on Elliot's athletic progress.
I'm sorry. Yes. Also, send us a note at hello@dinnerplusdrinks.com. I want to hear from you guys. Okay?
Do you like little tweaks we made?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Do you think we should, do more cold opens? Should we play the
idea,
Parks and Rec thing?
Here, yes, and get sued. The idea here is that we want you to remember that this is about like the things, if you were joining us at the dinner table, what we would talk about over good food and wine. And, we're just sharing that with you weekly. So we hope you liked it.
There's a lot of things that I think Bridget and I are very comfortable saying out loud that because we have no shame and no pride. And we get a lot of people telling us that are listeners or whatever saying like, yeah, I feel that way. I just don't want to say it. So it's always been like really nice to have that feedback where we want to just have some fun, talk things out, and hopefully make you feel a little bit more, I don't know if normal is the right word, but okay.
Normal. Sure, man. There's people all the time that are thinking they're not normal or they're the only ones because social media leads us to believe that. Okay. So send us a note. We would love to hear from you. And we'll be your therapist, not licensed.
Watch us on YouTube if you want to see all the disgusting faces as we tried these cocktails, all the things. Apologies to Green Bar.
I'm sure your actual alcohol not in a can is good.
Yep. Follow along. We'll be back next week. Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.